I was going to come prepared with some jokes / riddles today, but I didn't think you would actually laugh or find me funny.
I think the laugh now, cry later, whatever, Drake vibes. Sorry, I'm not feeling Drake anymore.
It's fair. Your feelings are valid.
But I will turn on the old Drake.
Laugh now, cry later is old Drake, I think.
It is, yes. But
I
I
just
still
thought
need the time.
Just thought it was a good play on words for this episode.
Is it old Drake? I don't know. Let me not get on a tangent because
we don't know.
We don't.
We don't be knowing
At all. I don't know. Would we schedule our time to go out to eat?
No.
I don't think so.
This is Sistas Declassified, the podcast where
Taylor
and Taryn,
your virtual sisters, share experiences, insights, and of course the juicy secrets that never leave the sister circle.
So shh, listen up. The Declassified convos are starting now. Welcome back to Sistas Declassified. We're the real life sisters who decided to start a podcast instead of crying about our relationship.
But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a friend.
Alright, this week we're going to get into a little declassified gospel, because last week was more gossipy. And we talked about wanting to get us out of that, like, woe is me mindset that might be coming from adulting, being ghetto. I think that's a perfect segue, though, for our declassified gospel for today. Because, really, you can't control everything, but you can choose to laugh. And it can be helpful in stressful situations to add a little humor, add a little laughter, some levity, because life can be very serious and, like, it doesn't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It can.
I feel like I have a lot of examples in my life where I've maybe used laughter, some might say inappropriately, but it's helped me get through stressful moments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I could think of something that happened personally. This was a long time ago in college. Actually, both were a little while ago, but I had a roommate who decided they didn't like me anymore, and we were supposed to be going to the Drake concert, and they had purchased the tickets for everyone, and she was upset with me about something. At this point, I don't even remember what it was. But she came huffing down the stairs, which one was already funny. Like, I do genuinely care about people in general, right? And so feelings are valid, your feelings are valid, but sometimes what you do is funny to me.
Right.
And so she came huffing down the stairs, funny. Then she was talking to me about how she was upset with me, she felt disrespected by me, but she couldn't tell me what I did to disrespect her, or at least I don't remember. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like sitting there looking, trying not to laugh, because at this point she's like so upset that she is like, yeah, it's not funny, but like my stress response is to laugh, particularly when I'm like not in agreement with the thing you are irate about. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a little bit funny to me. And so she's like, oh, you think this is funny? You're not going to Drake. And takes the ticket out of her pocket. I was like, so bitch, you planned this. Takes the ticket out of her pocket and rips it up. I was like, forget it. You're not going.
You just lost your money.
I was like...
Did you already pay?
What? Well, actually, it wasn't the ticket. It was a check I gave her for my ticket. That's what it was.
Okay.
And I was like, you think that was the only way I could get a Drake ticket, number one. But number two, you look crazy right now. And now I'm really laughing. Mm-hmm. And I feel a little bit bad because I know one of the worst things you can do to somebody when they're mad is laugh in their face. Right. But you should see how you look right now. And I'm definitely one when there's like a moment of confrontation, I'm just gonna laugh. This happened at work too.
Yikes. Where
a guy, he just decided, he thought that I thought I was better than him. Reason? You want to know the reason he gave? Mm-hmm. Because I was older than him. Oh. Mind you, we graduated from high school a year apart from each other. And we're in our 20s now.
Right.
So what does our age have to do with anything? First and foremost.
Right. What did you do to give off that you're better than him?
I mean, I definitely used to get that I was condescending in the workplace, and I think there are things that I did to work on that. I can own that for sure. What was funny to me was that he related it to our age. But what the truth of the matter was at the time. I'm one of the managers, you're not, so there are going to be times where I'm going to ask you questions or tell you what to do. Because that's just my position.
Right.
I honestly think he had an issue with women, like period stop. And then women in authority didn't sit well with him. And so at one point I came to ask him something. By this time, he had he would do things like walk away when I'm talking to him, give me one-word answers, roll his eyes, etc. So I came to talk to him about something. And he was like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I said, no problem. When would be a good time to talk? You should just get away from me now. Gladly, we won't have to have this conversation right now. I can see you're upset. Can you give me a time that will work for you later? You better get out of my face. And at that point, I chuckle.
Right.
Because...
Are you about to hit me?
Because I chuckle and then say, or what? Clearly you're upset and I'm not.
Right.
So, we obviously need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously need to talk. Because this is a place of work.
Right.
You are at the front desk area where parents and children are. And you're getting loud with me because I would like to speak with you. To figure out why you're upset.
Right.
Sir, this is funny. And he's like, now you want to laugh? You think this is funny? And I said, kinda. Again, probably not helpful.
Not good management.
Probably not helpful.
Yeah.
I was not his manager, okay? I was a manager, not his manager. There's a difference.
Uh-huh.
And again, I was 24. But anyways, I was just so taken aback that this man told me I better get out of his face. And I'm like, or
right.
what?
Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of poor communication. So I might be like, I'm really getting heated and I want to not be heated, so please leave. So that's what I could see.
Either way,
also,
it was funny.
But whatever he's mad at you about, is it that deep? I don't know. But if I'm gonna let you have it.
Well, when we did eventually sit down to talk about it,
it was the age thing.
It was that she thinks she can tell me what to do because she's older than me. And it was one, I very rarely tell you to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly asking you questions or sharing with you what's going on in my department to make sure you know because you're in the other department. The same thing I share with everyone else who works here.
You weren't doing anything differently.
Yeah, so your issue is just you don't like me, and that's fine. But I'm going to laugh at you then.
And I'm still going to have to...
And I'm still going to have to talk to you.
Because we work together.
Yeah, and one of us got fired after that, and one of us didn't. I have been working there for 11 years, so, Even though Taylor says she's going to give it to me. Just know that my place of employment definitely gave it to me.
Well, I'm only saying that because if multiple people at that era or time of your life were upset with you at work...
Okay, upset is strong. He was upset.
Yes.
There were other people who I would say their feelings got hurt, or they felt like I could have been, I could have smiled more or been a little nicer.
Yes.
It was
but
never.
But it might be the black woman issue.
Oh,
yes, for sure.
Right, which is why I said I've worked on it. But some of it is just I'm gonna need you to put your big boy girl pants on. You're at work.
Right.
I'm not about to smile in your face all the time.
Right. Sometimes
I'm not gonna change my whole personality for you. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I took it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you do catch more flies with honey, but I'm gonna laugh in your face and not cry about this because this is hilarious.
Cry or get mad with you.
Or get mad with you. Yes, exactly. Because we're not about to have a pity party at work right now. Mm-hmm. So I just say all that to say I think there are maybe better places to bring in laughter than a confrontation like me. But I just thought, that'd be kind of a couple of funny stories to share with you as to how we got here. And why it might be important to bring in laughter in your stressful situations too.
Definitely. Or even in situations where you need to be patient. You made me think of something. We've been helping Brandon's grandparents around the house every now and then do things, and we recently helped them do a record wall.
Oh, nice!
And we have one too already. So, when I see something, I'm like, I want to do it efficiently. Let's get it done quickly. If I know how to do it, move.
Family trait.
And so, in that instance, they want to do it for themselves. They want to make sure they got it all down.
And have their independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was funny because she'd be looking at me and I'm like, can I? And she's like, no, I got this, his grandmother. And then his grandpa sitting down just shaking her head because he has an idea of how to do it. She has an idea of how to do it.
You have an idea of how to do it?
Yes. And eventually I'm like, let me just go over here and make some jokes and sit down. Because we're all going to be irritated going back and forth. I'm going to let them do their thing.
I mean, it's their house, right? So.
Right. Let me just back up and chill and find something funny. So I just was giggling the whole rest of the day. And his grandpa was like, you just can make something funny, can't you? Because I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? I know how to do it. Y'all won't move. But it was the cutest thing. We had a great day.
You're there for moral support at this point.
Yes. And no, eventually
you had to do it your way.
But it was really fun and it was so cute. They're the cutest people. But it was just like, okay, you could start to be impatient and frustrated because you know what to do, or you can let people work it out themselves and back up and just find joy in this space.
Right, because at the end of the day, every situation is not that deep. Mm-hmm. There are some that are that deep, and so you might need to buck up and, get into the weeds of it. But it sounds like in this case, it really wasn't.
It wasn't. There's no rush, there's no urgency. And maybe that's something to reflect on for myself, but even probably for other people, sometimes we're in a rush or trying to do things so urgently when, like, there's no reason for that.
Right.
Just chill. Like, just have a good time, find some humor, figure out a way to enjoy yourself in a moment where maybe you would want something to be different.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I did a little bit of research for this episode just to make sure we were grounded in some facts, and I won't, bore you with all of the wonderful scientists and people who did experiments to get to these benefits. But I narrowed down the list to the top 5 benefits of laughter, because sometimes it can be in a confrontational situation, sometimes it can be in a not that deep helping the grandparents with something at home situation, right? But either way, reasons why you might want to consider just letting laughter take over is because one, it just provides a little stress relief. For me, like I called out, I could either get riled up with them or I could laugh, right?
Or even, I have another example that's really fast. My car situation, my car wasn't starting. There's an ignition switch problem, and it wouldn't start for me, but I've taken it now to 3 different places, and it starts every time.
They got the magic touch over there.
Right. Every time it starts. So they're like, we don't know what to tell you. But so come get your car. So I was without a car for basically 2 weeks because nobody can figure out how to fix it or what to do. And I could be mad.
Right. Or
I could just drive the thing because it's working now.
Right.
And just be like, you know what? Forget it. I was stressed for days thinking about how I'm going to pay for this. It's about to be so expensive, blah, 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 blah. Or I could just, it is what it is.
Right.
Release the stress.
You're big on that acceptance.
Yeah. Which, I know you're going down your things, but I'll just say, I think an acceptance is the big part about why you should just laugh. Because being mad isn't going to change it. Crying isn't going to change it. But what can you do to bring yourself out of the mood you're in? And that's where laughter comes in.
It does.
But you said stress relief. What's our next one?
Yes. So it provides a little stress relief because it can reduce stress hormones and decrease that cortisol and promote relaxation. That also helps to improve your immune function. So laughter boosts your immune system, helping your body fight illness, which is great. The more sadness and depression you take on, the more likely you are to also let other nasty bugs and germs in.
Well, actually, the way it works is that if your body,
she gonna tell us,
if your body's producing more cortisol, that impacts the way your body is filtering out other hormones. So if it's focusing on reducing your cortisol, then it's reducing your liver function, which is reducing your detox pathways, which then can cause sickness.
And she be acting like she don't got the education and she don't know stuff. She do. So.
I'm not saying I don't, but she be calling me expert, and nobody is an expert. I don't like that term. We're all learning lifelong. Thank you.
All right. Some other reasons we have on our list. Thank you, doctor. Pain reduction. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, which act as a natural painkiller. Yes. We also have just the ability to have better mental health, because regular laughter can improve mood and decrease anxiety and depression. And then it also just improves your cardiovascular health. You can get a little workout from doing some laughter.
You can.
I don't know how many of you laugh till you cry or laugh till you sweat.
You can sometimes laugh too till you get cramps.
Yep.
You're squeezing your arms while you laugh.
It's a nice little workout. So it's like 2 birds, 1 stone, reduce that stress, and work on your core.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I do think some of us take life too seriously and we don't take those opportunities to pause and recognize, like, we're all just floating on a planet. And
they all rock.
Right, and everything doesn't have to be that deep. But obviously I know it's like we don't want to lose sight of our goals and our purpose and da-da-da-da. But, like, sometimes you can. Or, you know, the bumps in the road that you can't control, it's best to just flow with them than try to have my quote of the day is just woe is me. I really want to say that all day. Having your woe is me moments can be helpful because you want to feel your feelings.
Yes, I do feel them. I am big on feeling your feelings.
Yes, but I do think we have leaned into a feel your feelings society. Like we go back and forth through so many extremes that, like we were saying in the last episode, the just do it mindset gets lost because we're like, our feelings are valid. And it's like, your feelings are valid and...
Now what?
Yeah. So, I think the laugh now, cry later, whatever, Drake vibes. Sorry, I'm not feeling Drake anymore.
It's fair. Your feelings are valid.
I know. And what am I going to do about it? Not turn on? No, I'm just kidding.
No, she's not.
I'm not. But I will turn on the old Drake. I will every now and then. But he just needs a little timeout right now.
Laugh Now, Cry Later is old Drake, I think.
It is. Yes. But he still needs the timeout.
Just thought it was a good play on words for this episode.
Is it old Drake? I don't know. Let me not get on a tangent because...
We don't know.
We don't.
We don't be knowing.
At all. Not about the music scene. Unless it's gospel. Anyway. Back to our points at hand, which is just finding humor. I guess we're finding humor right now in our point because we all know what we talk about.
So we're just gonna laugh.
But I guess some humor exercises is the next thing that we'll get into.
Right, because we can tell you to laugh and we can tell you the benefits of it, but if you're not someone who leans that direction, like I think when you started this episode, you were saying, I don't know if I laugh like at things that make me upset or if that's like the way you go, although I think you do.
I think I operate in radical acceptance, which then turns into dry humor.
Okay. Dry humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will say that because it's like, oh, I just tripped and fell in front of everybody. Oh, well, shit. Which is like not funny, right? It's not a joke, but it's like, I guess you could laugh at that. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that takes us to our first like humor exercise, if you will, or what you can do to laugh instead of cry. Just finding the humor in everyday situations. If you trip in front of a crowd, you know, it's probably better to act like, well, yeah, that happened.
I can
and laugh with everybody.
I think I maybe told the story before. I had a crush on this boy in high school, and I don't know if you remember, I don't doubt, but like by the snack area, when you would
At
get
the annex, or
in the it was on the right side where's the snack where you get food for
it was called the annex when I was there.
No, it was part of the cafeteria. The annex was on the left, the other side.
Okay.
Anyways, so instead of going down the stairs like I should have, I just stepped down into the thing, and then my knee gave out.
I can picture
my backpack was open. I didn't know it was open, so all the stuff flies over my head out of my backpack when I trip and fall, and I get up, and people were there. I was going to talk to the boy, like do, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and I get up, and I'm like, so you gonna help me pick up all my stuff?
And he was like, did he help you?
Okay. But it was just like...
Good. He helped.
Yes, he did help me. He didn't like me back, but he did help me pick up my stuff. But it was just funny because I was like, I could sit here and be really embarrassed. Or I could just be like, you know what?
This is funny.
Maybe he'll remember this forever. Or he won't.
This is objectively funny. I wonder if he remembers it.
I don't know.
Now we'll have to talk about who this is because I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it wasn't that deep.
It didn't last long.
No, it was anyway. But I was embarrassed internally. But it was like, what else can I do but laugh?
Yeah, because I think sometimes the worst thing you can do is try to play it off and act like it didn't happen. Because then it's like...
Or like you cool, like you didn't care.
That.
Like,
right.
That you didn't think that was embarrassing. Like, I did think it was embarrassing. But help me pick up this stuff.
The next thing you can do is just share a joke. I was going to come prepared with some jokes / riddles today, but because of your education background, I figured there was probably not anything I could come up with that you hadn't heard yet before, and I didn't think you would actually laugh or find me funny. Mm-hmm. So I decided not to do that. But there are lots of joke books out there. You can start your day with a joke or a laugh. I'm a big fan of dad jokes. You know.
I don't know if I would implement that one into my life.
Really?
Only because it's just like, hey guys, I got a joke today.
Okay, it doesn't have to be like a knock-knock joke. I mean that you could absorb one or read one, right? I'm not saying you have to
you said share a joke.
Okay.
So I'm
share a joke with yourself, girl. Or you could share a meme or something you find funny that you see online. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a knock-knock dad joke type thing.
Yes.
And it could be exchanging them in the DMs with your friends. Mm-hmm. Or, getting a joke book and reading them to yourself. No? Too corny? I'm corny.
It's a little sad.
It's not sad, because then you can share them once you find ones you like.
No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A joke a day. You could be a jokester.
No, yeah.
Find someone who appreciates it.
Definitely. Yes. I think your next tip that you have of creating a laughter playlist or something, watching funny videos, sharing it with a friend when you see something funny and you're like scrolling, that fits more than I don't know about a joke book for me. But it might resonate for someone else because it clearly resonates for you. I'm sure you're not alone.
I mean, I used to have a book of jokes and riddles. Go to the book fair and get me one of those. And
book fair. So you were like,
it was a long time ago.
You're up 10.
It's about 25 years ago. But anyways, it's a salient memory I have. Okay. Mm-hmm. But yes, you can also create a laughter playlist. It could be something that you listen to, like maybe like comedy or stand-up specials, and you can listen to them on repeat and laugh at Cat Williams or whoever you find funny these days. You can share videos, memes with friends. I have a saved album and Instagram of things that I just find funny. Mm-hmm. I do that on TikTok too, actually. It was just like, this was funny. If I need a laugh, I'm coming back to it. Mm-hmm. Or I don't know if you ever see people comment like, leaving a comment like this so I can come back and laugh at it later. And people do.
Yeah.
So even if you don't have anyone to engage with, you'd be surprised how many people will like a comment like that so you can come back and laugh. Mm-hmm. I would say also related to this is tip number 4, which is something you can do with friends and family. Our cousin Chanel does this. I know she does it in some of the family group chats. She'll send funny pictures of her kids or of her and her kids, mm-hmm. and ask people to caption it. Like, what do you think's going on here? Who do you think is the culprit?
Right.
And just like starting a very lighthearted conversation around like a funny family moment. Mm-hmm. So if you're not into sharing other pictures on social media, but like maybe you have a group chat with friends or something, take some pictures of things you find funny in your day-to-day life and share them. Ask people to see if they can guess what's going on there.
Which does sound fun, and I have seen those, and they are funny every time that I've seen her do that. So I could see that being a fun way to incorporate it and also have connection mm-hmm. with people.
Yeah. And the last one is just I call it a humor journal, but mm-hmm. like it could be anything. Just taking some time out of your day to write down something funny that happened. It doesn't have to be that big. It could be, going to help the grandparents and realizing that they didn't want your help, but then they need your help, but they don't want your help. Right. And it could be writing down the story, a little anecdote of what happened in your day. So then you can go back in moments where you need a laugh or need to be reminded of something good that happened. You have a little journal or notebook that that holds all of your kind of funny stories.
And I think that would help you to shift your mindset if you do lean more negative. It will help you to adjust that negativity because you can be like, oh, something funny did happen today. It mm-hmm. wasn't all bad. So, yeah, I kind of like this idea, this topic. It's just helping us to reframe our mindset of stuff is going to happen that we don't like. Mm-hmm. Stuff is going to happen that's out of our control. That's just really unfortunate. But how you move with it, can you just make it something that you can laugh at?
Yeah. So humor is something I use, but I think this brings us to our Sister Circle question for today, which is, what's something you do to kind of bring some funny or levity when life is feeling heavy? Mm-hmm. Laughter is one way, but I'm sure there are many others. So open to hearing from you guys. What else might be out there?
Yeah. But otherwise, I think we're wrapping it up for today. And so we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.